I know, a little dark in here. I didn't turn the lights on. Oh, hey, the ground's a darker color outside too. It's sprinkled or tinkled or whatever, pretty much all night. Well, when I was awake, I could hear it. Heart Curly. Closest he'd been to me without me trying to get closer to him. That's 713E right there. Here's our friendly boy who chose to walk away. I was just face to face with him here, and I thought that would have been an awesome shot. Come here, bud. You chicken. Maybe 713E wants to say good morning. Do you want to say good morning? That's like 10 inches from her nose. She's just not going to reach out, I guess. Maybe Curly wants to. What do you think, Curly? What do you think, Curly? Oh, yeah? Oh, really? It didn't bite you. Oh, and the rest of my fans, how they just line up and stare at the bucket full of feed. Oh, man, make me feel really smart, huh? But they're still lined up for me. They're all facing me. And that's kind of nice. Well, except for these. Their bucket of feed's still over there. I better get it into them. Do it before they decide they all want to run away. He's not going to run away, is he? Huh. I knew whose butt that was. No. Excuse me, sir. Can I interest you in something? Oh, I could? Okay. Can I interest you in Sherwin-Williams paint bucket? Pretty sure that'll get him. Well, since he chose to sleep outside last night, it's damp. He's now in this pen over here. And I didn't even think about it the other day when he was born. You know, cow'd been looking ready to have him for a couple of weeks. Vet's not always right on a date. Never even checked his teeth. Oh, number one checked his teeth this morning and took a listen to his lungs. No, it doesn't sound like he's got pneumonia. They're just not fully developed yet because he was early. So he got him a little steroid to help with that. That perked him up a bit. He ran around a little while, and now he's resting again.
I think it's most I've seen him run around. I mean, he ran around for a good 15, 20 minutes.
Get him took care of, get him going good. I'll just have to be in a little longer than a few days. Be in at least a week before we let him out with everybody else. But that's the fun part. Isn't that yummy looking? Put that in your coffee in the morning. That's out of the water jacket. I don't know if you can see in there or not. No. There is a drain plug. Yeah, it ain't turning. I don't care what you use on it. I'm not going to heat the piss out of it to take it out. So we're down around in here somewhere. Sucked it out with a little suction gun. Yeah, the old suction gun. God knows how old that poor thing is. It's been redone, and yeah.
It's older than me.
It squirts a little here and there, but it works. So I know there's still going to be water in there no matter what. As soon as we pop one of those, the water's going to go whoosh. And we're taking advice from a couple of people. We're going to see if a floor jack will work rather than a bottle jack. That floor jack happens to be the one we've been moving the sprayer back and forth with. Put a bucket on there, and this is like inch and an eighth thick board. That'll make it up there. We just got to put a piece across the top to catch the liner. And hopefully most of the mess we make will go into that bucket. That's what I'm hoping for. Because, you know, I don't like having to work in it on the floor all the time. Somebody's got to get down there to make sure things go where they go. So we're going to get this mess out of the way and give that a try. Hopefully they pop nicely. Well, boys and girls, that bucket's still dry inside. And front end's half inch or an inch off the ground. It has not budged. Started figuring on using a piece of wood in there. Oh, that's the wrong one. I don't know. I don't know what I did with the one I had. I think I left it over by the saw. It has not budged. There's a piece of 3/8 flat iron there. And I took the hammer and I've tapped around the top trying to get a little vibration to break it loose. All I've done is knocked a little carbon off. It's lunchtime, so I'm going to see if something magical happens while we eat lunch. Gonna walk away. Guess what? We got something in the mail.
Rockin' Robbie sent something to Ed. I gotta hide his address.
His address ain't on this side of the envelope anyway.
I know, that's why I'm hiding it. What is it? It's a love note, Ed.
Ooh,
Robbie sends kisses.
Robbie.
Oh my God. This is hilarious. I have not seen a sticker with someone's face on it yet.
Ah!
It's Robbie!
Kind of looks like him.
Nice.
Jeez. Thank you, Robbie.
Thank you, Robbie.
I'll put that on the door when I go back out after lunch here. So.
Sweet.
Gotta have a door full before too much longer.
So I'm out here checking cows because I just put them in this pasture yesterday. And these two little duckies, a male and a female, come out of the water and they're not so sure about coming up to my cow there on the left side of the screen. We got Dino and then my guard cow, and she's not so sure about them either. She's like, I don't know what you are, but I'll kind of step towards you and eat. You know you got a good show cow when her calf comes up to you while you're picking off manure balls, because she likes getting her manure balls picked off. And her calf comes up like you're nothing. She's never been worked with, never anything. You just come right up, start nursing, like whatever. Huh, good girl, Minnie.
One is sporting a nice little bottom piece to slip up from underneath into the bottom of the liner. Ready rod will screw into it, double nutted for a stop, and hopefully this is going to work. And there's our top piece with a nut. And by the way, that is a grade 8 washer, so we're on a hard surface on there. It should be more than enough to break it loose. And I see her. She just got to figure out how to get her hand up there. I did it earlier with a block of wood. Bring you back 30 seconds later. It's in. So, now we're going to see what doesn't happen. Probably find out number 1 comes out easy and number 2 won't come out at all. We'll see. It hasn't moved yet. I gave up with the wrench. Put the 3/4 impact on it for a minute. Got about a turn on the nut. Number 1 says this says it's starting to move. Maybe it is. I might have goofed too. I might not have left enough clearance. I might have to do a little work here in a minute. But we're gonna put the breaker bar on it. Except she's getting ahead of me after what I saw. After remaking it and getting a little more space, we got it up a little more, and then number 2 walked in because she got home from work. So she's huffing and puffing on it. But pretty soon it's going to run out of room to move because we're going to pull that bottom piece up against the bottom of the block. And then we won't be moving anywhere. So hopefully it goes here pretty soon. Besides that, she's running out of socket. She might have to learn how to cheat the breaker bar a little. And I'd give you an underview, but, I don't know when it's going to puke, which could be any time. And I know there's, a gallon of goo left in there anyway. What happens when you give her a shorter tool? That's why we have cheaters.
I wasn't sure if that was going to fit.
By the way, that's one of the things I do love about that old wrench. And the fact that it has handled a cheater for many, many years like that. Yeah, you may not get to see the sucker actually go on video. I'm not going to make 10 minutes of video for this. All right, Robbie. Number 2 said you didn't belong over here. You belonged up in the corner. So we filled the corner in with you. You fit in there pretty good. And number 2's going to hide over here. No, she says. That's how far it comes up before the piece on the bottom hits the bottom of the block.
You're welcome.
And of course it was bent, so I straightened it, and it's pretty fugly. Added some pieces to the side, and this should just fit up inside the block without hitting anything. That's the plan. Now, quarter after 5, hopefully get it cooled off enough we can grab a hold of it, and I can clean it up a little, and we can at least get this one popped so all that crap in there can drain down. With the remade bottom piece. Look at her go. Maybe we'll get to see it puke here in a second. I really need a super deep socket, which we used to have a couple of them for dual wheels way back when we used clamp-ons. Because then you could just run that up with a ratchet. I'm really hoping it's going to go. It's moving. It's not moving too hard. I neglected to think about when I added the stiffeners to the side of the bottom piece. Made it too wide to just slip it straight in, so it's got to go up sideways and to get rotated and then put on, but, you know.
Which we learned is a pain, yes.
It's in there. And it should come out the top.
Hopefully.
One way or the other. I mean, I suppose we could have done this the other direction and depended on the nut on the bottom and just spun this end. Still use a ratchet on it, but I just wasn't sure how well that was going to work. You wipe that nut out at the bottom, then you got nothing. Well, geez, one would think by now that sucker'd be puking. I mean, we're a minute and a half into this part here. And I was 30 seconds late starting on video in this part. It's going to be a long process.
Well, it's raining outside again.
Because she's almost got it up against the top plate.
Yeah, it's raining outside again.
But the neat thing is, for the top plate, all we got to do is put shims under it. And she's there, and it's still not out. We blocked it with 1/2-inch pieces. It's still going. Yeah, the one that's not doing it. It's going easy now. No, it's going easier. Oh! There's dribbling. It's dribbling. See if we all get to wear it. I do hope the others come out a little easier, but I got my doubts. And what we found looking at the rod bearings is, we're assuming it was rebuilt in 1968 because the bearings are dated from 66 to 68. Newest ones were February of 68. So the oldest ones were 66. So then that leads me to the other ones. That's about the time frame when they were rebuilding these and putting 40-20 kits in them. So I'm not sure what we got. And now we got to space it more. There's the liner. There's the mess still dripping a little. And there's the sludgy, ugly hole. Yeah. By all I could tell, I had this thing small enough. But hopefully we didn't do any damage. We got a spot right there. And yeah, right here on this corner. So that's no big deal. I'll grind that down some more tomorrow. Do it in the morning. It's time for dinner. I'm going in. Get you guys a video to watch. So hopefully the others don't come out any harder. Thanks for watching.